Welcome in, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising. This is just going to be a quick dive in tarot forecast, no matter where you're at. I do want to let you guys know that I'm aligned with love and light in God. I'm here of service of the greatest and highest good of all of you guys. So thank you for allowing me to be of service in this way for you. And I would love to see what Spirit has for you as far as messages of guidance. I do want to thank you guys for joining in, no matter how you found the channel. If you do like what you find here, be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss anything else from me. Drop a comment if you find that this reading resonates with you. And let me know. I'd love to hear from you guys. So I may need to readjust just a little bit. Oh, boy, holy smokes. These cards are just a falling, going here and going there. So I want to acknowledge that several cards fell on the ground, and I'm not accepting them because that's like none ya. You know what I'm saying, Taurus? None your business, none your concern. 1, 2, 3, 4 different cards fell on the ground, and I feel like those are other people who may have overshadowed your livelihood lately. I see in your cards, Taurus, that it's a time to pull in. You have the 4 of Pentacles showing up for you here, okay? And as you can see, her face is turned away. Her eyes are closed. She's clutching her purse, her handbag, what's precious to her, her 4 Pentacles, right? So what are your most precious belongings? Like, what can you not live without? I feel like it's time to focus on those things right now, Taurus. Now, this 4 of Pentacles can also speak about moving. If you're thinking about moving or downsizing, renovating your home, maybe having a yard sale, getting rid of excess, because she's literally downsizing and packing up and moving on to the next right thing for her, okay? But I feel such emotion in this. That's why she has to close her eyes and turn her face away, because it's so heart-wrenching. She doesn't want to have to do this, but that is the path ahead. So I feel Taurus releasing denial would be very beneficial for you as you move forward. And allowing yourself to feel your feelings, because that's why you have them. They're speaking to you, and sometimes they suck, right? But what's important is that we let ourselves feel however we feel about certain situations, because then we move in empowered ways. We move from a space of truth. So here I see, Taurus, that it's really important for you to begin focusing on your own security, be it financial, physical, or even your health. This is about you buckling down and focusing on what's most important and letting other things go. Now, you might be all for this message right now, because sometimes life serves us up a period of loneliness and solitude, right? Where we might feel let down by the world, isolated, ostracized even. Maybe the outer world has let us down in some really big way, or a lot of little ways. When we find ourselves in these chapters of life where we feel so lonely, see this? It's like, look, it's even facing the same way, right? The silhouette and the face, they're the same. And this is loneliness. And I see other people outside having fun, throwing the football, and I'm not out there. They didn't think to invite me. Most of the time, friend, they think you're fine. People are so focused on what they have going on, and they think you're fine because you're such a kick-ass individual, and they know it, but maybe you don't know it right now. So this loneliness that you might be feeling, this isolation that you might be sitting in, that might be uncomfortable to you, Your spirituality is inviting you to turn this into healthy solitude by investing in yourself, by going within, by finding out who you are, by really allowing yourself to be present in your skin. Getting back to the basics of what's really important, you, because you're what makes your life tick. You are what makes your life flow, right? Without you, there's nothing. So I can see that Taurus is really going to be focusing on Taurus, and that's as it should be. And I want to say sometimes that feels weird, especially if you've been a people pleaser, a fixer, a giver for however long, maybe your whole life. And you suddenly find that nobody else has done this for you. And you suddenly find that you're sitting in energy that you don't care for. Maybe a life that was designed by other people, a path that someone else set you on and you followed blindly. And now suddenly you're not happy. Now suddenly you're alone. What do you do? I really feel it's important to make your life, your space, your time and moments your own, all right? And nobody knows what's right more than you, Taurus. So this Grove card is number 21. And this is about you honing in on the grove, the safe space of your life, finding that safe space within your body, within your vehicle, within your bedroom, within your home, within your life. Now, I'm in the collective here, and I know that your safe space differs because not everyone has a home, right? Not everyone feels safe in their home. Not everyone has their own bedroom, but we all have a physical body that houses our soul, that is taking us through this entire incarnation from beginning to end, right? That physical body needs care. And it's time for Taurus to care for the body at a base level and begin to fulfill personal needs, personal wants, personal desires. Be in alignment with yourself, first and foremost, and above all else. And in that alignment, find God, your spirituality, your meditation, worship, or prayer practice, whatever that is for you. Know that you are not the greatest being in the universe. So connect with the creator that is. However you find that, because it's beckoning you to find it. A deepening of spirituality here, a deepening of worship practice here, a deepening of devotion here, but it's about turning your face away from the outside world because they're letting you down anyway, because that's not where you need to focus, because you don't need the approval from this person or that person. You need to find the God within. And that's all the approval you'll need, because you are a divine creation of God. And if God had wanted you to be any different, God would have done that, right? Taurus, the grove is about finding the safe space and embodying that as often as possible, creating that for yourself if need be, okay? In fact, I feel it's necessary here, but also reaffirming to yourself within your body that you are safe. In this moment, I am safe. In this moment, all is well. Those are your mantras, Taurus. Drop it into the comments. In this moment, I am safe. In this moment, all is well. And give yourself the gift of 5 minutes of meditation a day. If you haven't done that, set a timer because you'll stare at the clock. So set a 5-minute timer and see if you can just be still and not follow any beckoning thought threads, right? Just let them pass you by. Just relax into the stillness for 5 solid minutes a day, Taurus, and see how much better you feel, okay? Start making decisions from a place of self-love, okay? Instead of whatever those other reasonings have been that are not so healthy, okay? Now, I need to let you know, Taurus, that you're never truly alone. You have loved ones in the spirit world who are with you, and they support you, and they want you to know that they are around you to send you that upliftment, and they want you to feel free, is what they're saying. Now, Maybe you feel abandoned, or whomever you lost just feels so unjust. Taurus, the message from them is it was my time to go. And this reminds me, see the footprints in the sand? This reminds me of like when Jesus carried him, right? And how your loved ones in the spirit world have tried to carry you, Taurus, through some of this. And the angels have literally carried you, maybe through their passing, right? And there are no regrets because everything happens in divine timing, okay? I'm getting a very strong message, Taurus, a very strong message that there was nothing you could have done to intervene, okay? Maybe that's the huge guilt and the big wall that you're putting up here. It might even be like a subconscious thing that you're not connecting the dots about. I hope that you can understand this. I'm in the collective, but I feel very strongly that somebody feels guilt around not being able to intervene or show up on time when somebody had passed away. And they're like, hey, you're not God. Like, it's not up to you to save me. It's not up to you to know when to be where. In fact, sometimes they wait until you step out of the room just to use the restroom or get a coffee. And then they go because they don't want you to be present for that personal transition. Maybe they know it's just too much for you. Okay, Taurus? So whatever the case, ease your heart, ease your mind. The spirit world wants you to know that they still walk by your side here. And maybe that's who you'll be connecting with in this safe space of the grove and in your solitude here. Maybe you're dreaming with your loved ones in the spirit world. If that's the case, make sure to start a dream journal, Taurus. And jot these things down and take it seriously so that you can encourage more of the same. I hope that this resonates with you. And if it does, let me know, man. Drop a comment. Let me know how it resonates. And give me the thumbs up and a subscribe button, unless it totally sucked, in which case you can tell me that in the comments too. And I will see you guys on the next one. I'm wishing you all the love and all the blessings. Bye, Taurus.